You know, folks these days, they talk about movie stars, but they don't know what we had. Back then, we didn't just have actors, we had giants. Men who'd walk onto a screen, and your heart would skip a beat even if you didn't want to admit it. They had a way of carrying themselves, a kind of presence you don't see much anymore. And let me tell you, these fellas didn't have protein shakes or air-conditioned gyms. They built those bodies the hard way, work, sweat, and maybe a few steaks for good measure. Take Steve Reeves, for instance. You remember him? Oh, that man was a sight. Tall, broad shoulders, waist as trim as a wasp. Played Hercules, and when he walked on screen, you'd swear the man was carved out of marble. And it wasn't some bloated gym look either. He had that real functional strength. Every muscle had a purpose. The way he'd stand there, chest out, chin high, you just knew you were looking at a fellow who could wrestle a bear if he had to. Then there was Burt Lancaster. Lord, that smile of his. But under it, power. He'd been a circus acrobat, so the man moved like a panther. Even in a suit, you could see it, that coiled-up energy, the kind that made you think this guy could climb a ship's mast, throw a punch, and kiss the girl, all in one scene. And he'd do it, too. His physique wasn't just for show. It came from years of using it. He could carry himself with a grace you wouldn't expect from such a solid build. Charlton Heston, now there's a presence. He didn't just walk into a room, he arrived. Barrel chest, strong arms, that straight-back stance. And those roles he took. Moses, Ben-Hur. You needed a man who could look like he'd just walked down from Mount Sinai, and Heston was that man. You looked at him and thought, yep, that's a leader. That's a man you follow into the desert. Kirk Douglas now. Kirk wasn't the tallest or the biggest, but boy, he was built like a coiled spring. Lean, wiry muscle. That cleft chin, those sharp eyes like he was always 2 steps ahead of everyone else. And the way he moved, quick but controlled, told you he was tougher than most guys twice his size. He had that fighter's stance, even when he was just standing still. And you can't forget Yul Brynner. Shaved head before it was fashionable, skin like bronze, shoulders like a statue. But more than that, he had command. When Yul walked onto a set, it was like the air shifted. He had that posture, back straight, head high, and you couldn't take your eyes off him. Didn't need to raise his voice. You just knew he was in charge. Then there's Paul Newman. Now, Paul, he wasn't the kind of muscle-bound type like Reeves, but don't let that fool you. He had that lean, athletic frame, the kind you get from doing, not just training. Plus those eyes sharp as blue ice. And the way he carried himself, easy, relaxed, but with a confidence that made you think, this guy can handle himself in a fight and still have time to make it to dinner. Rock Hudson, broad-shouldered, tall, every inch a leading man. He had that big frame kind of build, but carried it light, like it was no burden at all. And on screen, the man filled every inch of it. Women adored him, men respected him, and in those days, that was about as high a compliment as you could get.